episode of Between the Sheets podcast here on the United Broadcasting Network. Happy 4th of July weekend. New glasses, just FYI.
Nice.
I
thought so.
Yeah, new glasses. And of course, I went in to pick them up today and had to spend more money on getting new sunglasses, which I don't really need, but I had to. Welcome. It is, 7 p.m. Pacific. Follow me on Instagram, QTEBrat, and Between the Sheets Facebook page, Between the Sheets on Facebook. I don't know what the hell I said it twice. 323-524-2599, 323-524-2599. Please call in. We have the 4th of July skeleton crew today.
Are you saying I'm skinny?
Yeah, we're all skinny now.
Okay, I'll take that.
But because everyone's out and about. I sounded Canadian for a second.
Out and about.
Out and about. Actually, even it's Tony's here, and Tony's going to be here for the entire show. That never happened.
Yay!
Yay, Tony.
So, to the left of me, I have Mara Shane.
Hello. I'm excited to be here amongst you lovely ladies.
What does your T-shirt say, Mara?
Ooh,
it's
babe.
Babe in 3D.
Babe.
Babe in 3D. We have Roxanne Rosen at the left with new Macy pants or some shit she bought. I don't know what that was.
And look at this shoes.
Well, luckily she has pants on. I mean, but she has pants on today.
Pants really isn't needed, but okay.
Well, no, I mean, obviously being home during COVID, everything from in Zoom calls and everything from the waist down, questionable.
Yeah. None of us are wearing pants right now.
None whatsoever.
I know, right?
And then I have to the extreme left of me.
That's me.
Cara Noble, this was to be her last show in studio. She is going abroad. And she may try and call in. It depends on the time frame.
Well, it's the time thing because I'm going to Europe, and right now in Europe it's like 3 a.m. So if I was to join you girls, it's not an impossibility.
You could totally do it.
Well, but you'd be just getting in at that time. So you'd be already done up. You'd be
There you
done
go.
up. You'd be
How
done.
long how long
for
are you staying
tending
there?
to my 93-year-old cousin.
Yes.
No, Cara, how long are you going to be there for?
Well, I plan to be there quite a while because I'm going to go for a week, and then I'm going to go around the country with my sister in a car. Then I'm going to my son's wedding. And then we're going to a festival. This all happens. It may or may not happen.
That
Who
sounds
knows?
so fun.
And then after that, I'll come back to London. Then I'm going to jump on a plane, please God, and go to France. Because I have a place in France, as you may or may not know, but I do.
Okay, I'll join
And you
you.
all need to come before it gets sold because it's going to get sold.
Okay.
So did you
there.
sell
Wow.
it? Has it been sold?
It got sold, almost sold twice, and then it just fell through again 2 days
Where
ago.
is it in France?
In Nice, south of France, in
yes,
Nice.
I will be there.
Oh.
In the old town. It's
Totally.
gorgeous. So I've got to go.
Is it a chateau?
It's no.
Then forget it. Just kidding.
It's a charming apartment, quite near the seaside.
Nice.
Okay.
It's lovely. But then if that doesn't, I'll go there for a bit. And then, quite frankly, why not? I'm going to get a train to Italy, or I'm going to jump on a night train to Barcelona. I'm going to do whatever I want because I fucking can.
That's
Hell
right.
yeah, baby. I'm going to go with you.
Bloody hell.
Right?
Yeah. I love it.
Well, I see a lesbian party in Nice coming soon because Cara is the queen of lesbian parties,
But she's not.
but she's not a
No,
lesbian.
it's
But
such a shame.
I know it's sad.
I know,
waste.
right?
But the thing is,
What
speaking
a
of that,
waste.
my birthday party 2 years ago, and I can't believe how long ago it was. We had I had this huge party. I've been 300 and something people. So obviously last year nothing happened, but it's now becoming I'm going to want it to become an annual event because it was pretty fun. And so I called Cara
wild.
and I said, Cara, can I do my party at your house this year? And she said, of course.
But of course, my dear.
So we're having the party at Cara's house, and it's going to be either the second or third week in December, but we haven't really talked about it. And it's so funny. My friends are like, but again, it's like 6 months away. I said, it doesn't matter.
We have to worry about the Jews. That's the problem.
I'm
Right.
one, and I
Because
mean,
they've got to have their
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah thing. Right.
wow.
You have
It's
to
like, what
fit
about
it in.
the Jews?
I know. I'm like, I'm so confused.
Well, hold on.
You have to
Before we
worry
talk,
about the
before we
Jews.
talk about the Jews, joining us again as guest co-host, and we interviewed her, and we love her all the way from SB. Amadeus. So Amadeus
Amadeus.
Hey.
dressed with a lovely little hat. What kind of hat is that?
This is called a tricorn or a three-cornered hat, and I actually wear it.
It's
I said actually
cute.
twice.
I love
Yes,
that you
it's
do it.
The 4th of July, anybody who knows me, I have my little quill pens. I don't know. I don't in the century. So yeah.
I think we need to go to Santa Barbara and
My
visit her.
hair's wet.
I go
So-
there a lot. I love Santa Barbara.
Well, I do know that a friend of mine does go to Santa Barbara. When she does, Amadeus, they always go out to dinner. So Amadeus is open.
Come, I like your birthday party. Come drink wine with me. Whoever wants to, I'll get wine for people. Come to Santa Barbara.
Okay, we'll go visit
Montecito.
you.
My friends are in Montecito.
Yes, in Montecito. I was
and
there.
Melita.
Montecito is beautiful.
It's kind of close, isn't it?
I love it up there.
No.
It's a few minutes from my house. Yeah.
Minutes. Okay.
Nice.
All right. So we have to go. We have a road trip. We used to do this. All our guests and stuff used to always invite us. Remember? And we're like, okay, we'll go here. We go here. Oh, party, another party, another party. So we just turn into this whole BTS sort of
I love it.
amoeba. We just travel and collect each other. So, okay, I got to go back. What about the Jews?
Well,
I know, I'm like,
because they have their own Hanukkah party, so you don't want to steal all the weekends at Christmas because you upset the Jews.
I was no, not in my case.
have to be
Not in
so
my case because I mean I'm Jewish, but it's weird. My half of the family, my dad, my mom, and my sister and I never had to go to temple. I know I'm making it sound like a chore. I never got to go there. I
It's a
never
chore,
went to
come on.
Israel. I never had a bat mitzvah, and I always had.
Wow.
I always, from the time I was a kid till I was like 11, we did Hanukkah and Christmas because my parents felt so badly growing up never having a freaking Christmas tree. They didn't want to do that to their kids.
Right.
Oh, that was
So
nice.
I grew up with.
You're not a proper Jew.
I'm not. I'm a Jew light. I don't even know. If that's, I don't know if that's
so
even that.
wait, did you have
I
like?
think she's a proper Jew. I gotta jump in. That's the quintessential American Jewish experience.
Is it really?
Not being Jewish. Yeah.
Jewish.
Yeah.
My race is Jewish,
I've
but I don't know
never-
anything about it.
Yeah.
So did you
Yeah.
just have like Hanukkah and Christmas like presents like every single day for like several weeks?
Not the Christmas presents. I got the 8 days of Hanukkah presents, and then I got my Christmas presents, and then a couple months, like a month and a half later, I got my birthday presents. Sometimes they would try to jip me, and they'd try to give me, hey, this is for your birthday and Christmas, this present.
Fuck
I
those
hate
Jews.
that. I know.
Look, I never came from that. My Christmas is first of all, we didn't celebrate Hanukkah, and I never understood why. Because gift giving should be universal, whether you're Jew or not. 8 days, 6 days, I want them, and I'm an only child, so we should have had like a Hanukkah. But then my birthday's on the 27th, and Christmas is on the 25th, and. No. I demanded.
Yeah, you're right after Christmas.
I demanded, only child too. So there was a lot of demanding going on that there was no way that they could ever combine that ever.
How dare
That's
they?
terrible.
It
Those
is
Italians,
terrible.
they cannot be trusted.
And mine's
None.
like February, so yours is 2 days after Christmas.
I know.
So I don't know how you got, that's
When you did that, you actually were able to do that. I've never met anybody that's been able to do that with their birthday around there.
I
They
think
say-
it's because I'm an only child thing. And I'm not demure. I mean, I'm pretty blunt and vocal, so I'm very, it's like, I think that's wrong.
you speak your mind.
That's really
Yeah.
wrong. I mean, so your birthday is my mother, May 31st, and my father, June 12th. Should I say I'm combining it? There's 6 months in between. I don't think that's fair.
No.
That is
I mean,
not.
and I am, and I was a victim. Did I choose to be born 2 days after Christmas?
No.
Absolutely not. So you made the mistake. I have to pay for it. No, not so much.
It's weird because the Hanukkah thing stopped when I was 11, and we just had Christmas from then on. I don't know. I think we're all artists in my family, and I think the art of decorating the tree was it blew everything else out of the water.
that is
so
Quite right.
Yeah.
that was why.
But I do like some of those Jewish Hanukkah songs, Light One Candle.
I don't even know them.
I know a lot of them. I'm
I
not
love-
Jewish.
But wait, hold on.
I'm not a lesbian. I'm not Jewish. What the hell am I doing?
I know,
here?
You have an identity. You have an identity crisis. But the point is, Cara, are those songs, those Hanukkah songs, are they real traditional Hanukkah, like dreidel, 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 like the dreidel song?
Now that one I don't like.
Okay, but that's a traditional one.
I know.
Or are they Beanie Polsky originals?
That's the thing.
So you really don't
You're
know.
right.
Who's Beanie Polsky?
Okay, you go with Beanie Polsky.
I don't know any of it.
She's the mother of our great friend Penny.
Oh,
The
okay.
grandmother of our fabulous daughter Shireen. And she's a wild one.
Oh, she's wild.
She smoked her first joint with
Bob Marley.
Marley.
Oh, that would be
That's
amazing.
an amazing story
She
right
loves all
there.
her stories, and she's wild. But whenever we go to one of her Jewish events, like a Seder or a Hanukkah party, she does play the piano, and we do sing crazy songs, and some of them are written by us, in fact.
Right. So what she'll do is she'll
love
take
that.
a traditional melody, and
Right.
then she'll, other people, not just her, but like Cara, people will put words to it. And and it's funny. She's got the Hanukkah book, and it's nothing to do. It's about Hanukkah, but it's set to like Broadway tunes or some shit. It's pretty fun.
So interesting segue here, but did you know? I don't know how many of you out there watched the L Word. There was the real L Word. There was the original one, just the L Word, with Kate Manning and.
Your girlfriend.
Oh yeah, my girlfriend, my wife. So then they had Generation Q that
Which
came
was
out.
bad.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite. I mean, you can't compare it to the first
No.
ones. But now Generation Q is set to come back in August for their second season.
Oh wow!
Oh, they are?
really?
Yes, they are coming back.
Are any of the original people from L1 on LQ?
Well, did you if you watched it last season?
I couldn't.
Oh,
Re-
well,
look,
Kate was on it.
I'm going to tell you something. Remember, we were at the Soho. Well, not the Soho.
Yeah.
Soho House. So we all went to the one of the parties at the Soho House, and you guys were sitting on the couch and shit.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, and I sat there, and we were sitting at the bar, me and a couple other people.
Mm-hmm.
That Amadeus. That's where I met you for the first time. Was
At the
Soho
premiere of
House,
the
at
L
the
Word?
premiere at the
Oh,
L Word.
yes, you did.
Yes,
You're
that was the
absolutely
first
right.
time.
That was 2019.
Which
yeah.
Soho House? Which one?
The one
wasn't
in West.
Soho.
It wasn't.
No, it was the one
Pally
across
House.
from it.
Pally House.
Pally House.
Pally
Yeah,
House.
yeah,
Pally
yeah,
House.
Pally
Pally
House.
House.
Yeah.
You are right. That's where I met you.
And you were at the bar, and I know there were a few of us there, and I'm just watching this, and I'm like, I turned around to Kim, I think Kim was with me, and I said, I just can't. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. It was just boring.
Well,
And then I
I-
sampled it, and it was even more boring.
I don't know. I was never bored with it, but
You like the sex scenes.
No, and that's the funny. Those are the least important to me. Like I get into the drama. Any scenes where Kate is on Shane. I just
I love the way that she's on first name, but Kate.
Kate.
I know, I'm like,
do you know she got
Kate?
married too? She got married a couple of years ago.
who?
Bitch!
I know.
To a girl?
Yes, of course.
Well, who the hell is she going to marry?
Yeah.
Well,
and then
you
there's
know.
okay. So Jennifer Beals will still be on it.
And now
and-
she's beautiful. Not a lesbian.
She's beautiful.
But beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then what's the one that plays? Oh God, what is her name? Well, not Alice. The one that plays Alice is Haley.
Helly, she was in a band, too.
Yeah. I love her. I love her. And then there's the other one
By the way.
plays Tina.
As human. Yeah.
Yeah. But nothing could compare to that first round. I mean, seasons 1, 2, and 3 of the original L Word were.
I'm just so disappointed it was canceled. But the reality, but I actually was having this conversation with someone the other day about the L Word.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at it, yes, look, it is drama, but it is pale in comparison
Two.
to what really happens out there.
Oh,
yes. Oh my
I think
gosh.
they do a good job, but they with it. But of course, they leave out the crazy high school mentality and a lot of the the cliques, and I don't really see a lot of that. And I definitely don't see. Well, this time around with Generation Q, I see much more representation of what the crowd is actually sort of like. The first time, oh my God, the first time back in 2004 when it came out. I didn't realize that I was into women, and I was like 28 or something, 29.
What?
My friend and I.
What did you do till then? Sorry.
I dated guys.
Okay.
So my friend and I, we decided we were going to go out and find a Shane. I mean, we had to. Like, it was too hard to just not have one in person in the flesh. So We went to Executive Suites.
Oh no.
Oh no, not that place.
Yes,
that
that was the
place.
first gay bar I'd ever been
Lord.
to. We called
sorry.
ahead and used Texas accents because we didn't want anyone to know that we were, exploring that. And we showed up, and my friend and I were the only ones in line with a purse outside.
Yeah.
And there was back then. Okay, they had a lot of Shane clones out there when the L Word first came out. Like literally everywhere
Everybody.
you went, they were dressing like Shane. They had the choker, the layered Sally Hershberger hair and everything, which they based that character on Sally, right?
Correct, because she is a lesbian.
She's very, yeah. And I just got my hair done at Sally's. And I mean, that was a treat to get my hair
Yes.
done there. And I was looking around and I said to my gay hairdresser, and I'm like, who's a guy, I'm like, why are there so many, everywhere you look, there's naked photos of women everywhere. And he's like, come on, it's Sally. Sally owns the store. So, but anyway, I'm looking forward to another lesbian show. But I'm noticing, here's a topic, I am noticing now that in a lot of shows,
She's wound up today, folks.
She's ready to go.
throwing you a topic out here. A lot of the shows are now incorporating lesbians and gays and
It's about
and
time.
trans and I hope one day this is
And
get
gays,
this
gays and theys.
theys that we get a lesbian princess
Ooh,
from Disney.
Wow.
nice one, baby.
You will blow me away if I ever see that.
That would be cool.
That would be very extraordinary.
That would be crazy.
It'll be a while.
But I want to go
I'm
back
hopeful, though.
to you were 28 and you were dating men up till then, but I understand you're a sugar puff
What? Oh,
or a sausage bomb.
I've never
once.
heard of either.
What
of
is
those.
what is it? that you
Sugar
are?
puff?
Oh no.
Sugar puff?
What's a
I
sugar
have
puff?
no idea.
I'm a powder puff, but I don't know what a
Sausage? Is
sugar
that what
puff
it
is.
is?
What's a sugar puff?
Is it
I have no idea about either. Of
is
these.
it not that thing that you were talking about maybe a couple of weeks ago last time we were on the show? If you've never had sex with
Oh
them?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
gold
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
a gold star.
Gold
That's
star.
called, but now that trend is going. That name is not on
Gold
point
star no
anymore.
more?
It means something else. Do you know what it means, Roxanne?
No.
I have no idea.
No, I chose to wait. I wanted to wait until I was in love.
And
Never
as
happened.
it turned out, you never fell in love with a
never
man.
fell in love. Never fell in love with a woman yet either. So,
Really?
but that doesn't mean I don't have a sex life. I swear I have a sex life.
I'm like, I'm not going to talk about my sex life. Well, I've fallen in love before, but I fall in love with crazies.
No, but you fall in love and you fall out of love. You fall in love.
Okay, so
You like the
Okay,
drama.
So I'm
you
a
like,
fire
you like
sign.
the drama.
No, not anymore.
Oh.
Well, I don't know.
Hey, I put the brakes on it this year. At the end of last year, dating 2 full of drama, I'm like, I'm done.
That's good. You're putting the brakes on fast.
I put the brakes on.
All right,
She
today
did.
is July.
No.
Wait a minute.
July 2nd.
July 2nd
Okay.
at 7:18.
I'm proud to say.
Roxanne Rosen, otherwise known as Tristan, is saying that, as Mary J. Blige would like to say, no more drama.
Well, look,
One
we all
does that.
say that.
We drama
like-
queens do our best.
You
We
know,
can't help it.
It's that song. I have one less problem without you. I have not officially dated anyone this year, and I'm proud of that. I mean, I've been on a couple first meets, and I'm like, yeah, no. But I would just, I'm making money. I'm making money and just
Like making money, like selling sex. I've been on a few first meets and I'm making money. Think before you talk. How much do you
If I
charge?
was making money, I would be dating someone.
That's true.
No. I'm focused on making money and just spirituality this year. I just
Snore.
yeah, I don't know.
I
I
said,
know,
oh,
right?
wow.
Maybe
Boring.
Okay, but if I date,
I'm
okay,
kidding.
maybe I should date. Okay, I'm going out tonight, rooftop of the W.
She
Let's just
is.
see who I meet.
She
I'll
is
come
very
back
So
to my
drama, if you're around, you know her GPS, you know?
She's out there.
Right.
Oh yeah, I meet for sure.
So Amadeus, have you been around drama? Because I know you're very grounded and, you wear amulets, I'm sure. Actually, we went to
Amulets.
No, no kidding. It's so funny. We went to this rooftop party on Saturday and Amadeus was there. And we sort of said hello. We were talking and there were, obviously anyway, it's interesting. And I said to her, I said, I'm protected. And
Yay.
then she had her wrist glasses on.
Yeah,
Like,
we
all right,
both
we're
had
good.
them,
Yeah, we're good.
That's a great. You need to have those when you're in a lesbian party. You need to have an amulet.
Oh
That's
yeah,
taken a
especially
long
you.
time for me to learn. So drama. I feel like sometimes life is so funny because you have these identities and everybody's so attracted to the identity of you. And my identity was most likely to get married. Yes, to a man. Yes, I was a man.
Mm-hmm.
And extreme stability to the point where I lived in a house I had with my exes, and it was all copacetic. And I never went on the boulevard, and I lived in West Hollywood.
Otherwise known as Amadeus had a commune. Okay, go.
Yeah, exactly. But it was so drama free.
You were with a man, living with a man?
I originally we moved out to California together. Then we got a house. Then I got a girlfriend, and that girlfriend moved into the house. He traveled a lot, and it sounds maybe batty to you, but it wasn't. I mean, people that know me then, if anybody did, I really didn't know gay people, even though I lived too much. Even though I had a girlfriend, I was very focused on my career. And I'd never been in a pod or a group of people, whether they're Jews or artists or whatever they are. But then, I thought, okay, when I broke up, with the girlfriend, I should date because I basically got married in 8th grade. I was always I'm a Libra. So I started, putting myself, down the boulevard, going to dance because I love to dance at the Abbey. I don't even think I drank then. And then I had a couple relationships. I've never dated actually. And
me either. I met somebody. We connected.
Yes.
We connected at not. And I didn't sleep with them right away either. So
yeah, exactly.
And then all of a sudden, I'm in a 7-year relationship.
Oh
Right.
no, I would.
And then I'm
never
in a
do that.
15-year relationship.
Yes, me too. But that had nothing to do with being gay stuff. So nobody can put on me the U-Haul because that happened with males. So that's just me being a Libra. But what happened then is these relationships, the ones I had through sort of, going out and then having some that were more, like 3 years or 2 years. Suddenly I had this reputation of I went out and then I had drama with these people. And I thought it was so funny. I went from, decades of drama-free person to now drama. And now I just can't listen to anything anybody says.
That I totally agree
Did that
with
make
you.
sense? Did I make any sense?
Yes.
No, you made so much sense, and I'm gonna point out a difference because I'm between two different counties, Amadeus. I actually live in Orange County, but I party in LA County, and I'm telling you, you don't have this crap in Orange County. You just don't.
I don't know,
People-
Tristan.
no.
I mean, Roxanne.
No, I'm. Trust me, I'm out. I was just at Strut last night, and we go out. We have a good time, and there's just no drama. You come to LA, you go to West Hollywood, and people just talk bad about other people, and I don't even know why. Like, people don't even know who you are. Or maybe they met you a long time ago and had an interaction a long time ago, say like,
Or they heard a rumor
15
about you.
years ago.
Yeah.
And they just talk bad every time that they see you. And it makes me like scratch my head, and I wonder, why do people do that? Like, I know a handful that just love talking bad about me and West Hollywood.
I don't know.
And-
Shit talkers will
and-
always be around.
And I have absolutely no idea why. I'm like, oh my God, that was so 14 years ago, and you're still talking about me.
Right. That's
know?
the thing, the tendency of those things. I don't know. Somebody, a good friend that we all know that's a lovely person, once pointed out to me, once I apparently had drama, that a lot of people position. And I don't know. I don't have the neuron for that, even though I'm in entertainment, whatever the group is, that there's a lot of positioning. I'm so oblivious to it,
That's
I
so
guess.
high school. That is so immature.
Yeah, but I
just
didn't
can't-
have it in high school, and I don't have sisters, so my
Yeah.
mom wasn't like that. I never had any kind of understanding that if your collateral or your currency is here because you dated this person, you have this house, or I have no fucking clue, that now we'll talk, now we won't, now we'll remember something from 14 years ago. Yeah, it's mind-boggling to me. I'd rather have somebody come in my face and, tell me they think I'm shit and understand why.
Yeah, I think they should be brave and come to our face and just say, let's clear the air. So every time I see you, I don't talk shit about you.
Yeah.
Because really, when people talk bad about other people, it says more about them than it does about you, because I don't waste my time, breath, or energy or even think about that person. But then I'll watch them literally point me out, and then whoever they're pointing me out to, that person will have like a reaction on their face, and I'm just thinking, I'm wondering, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad they're entertained. I really honestly could care less because I'm enjoying myself with my friends. But it's just sad because in West Hollywood, it doesn't matter the age. In fact, I found that the older generation talks the most shit than the younger generation, which
It's
The
a
thing,
better
the thing is
vocabulary.
you need to have something else in your life that's fulfilling you, so you don't pay attention to this shit. You know, that's the ideal thing.
Yeah.
So I was watching the news this morning, and I live in Marina Del Rey, and I was seeing one horrible story after another, like the news always is tried and true with, and I don't know. I think the law of attraction, it says if you focus on something, you get more of it. So one horrible story after another. Then it was talking about the collapse of the poor building and those people in Florida. And then next thing I know, Marina Del Rey is on the news and everyone's freaking out about the towers in Marina Del Rey, which is, I'm sitting in Marina Del Rey watching this going, oh my God, no way.
Which towers?
The old city Marina Del Rey, the circle towers that have been there for so long. Well, now they're worried because those things have major damage, and they don't want to end up like.
Oh,
That is just very sad. What happened in Florida?
And that was on the news?
Yeah, Marina Del Rey, that they're trying to figure out. Okay, we got to make these repairs now, but it's just so damn expensive.
didn't the Menendez brothers live in those towers?
Oh God, I don't know.
I think they did.
I think you're
honestly
right.
think
No,
they
I think
did.
you're right. But I mean, like so much weird stuff is happening in the news, like that unfortunate incident, which was tragic in Florida. Then you have Bill Cosby.
What the hell?
I
is
didn't
that?
even know about that till her post and your response. I was like, what?
I mean,
That's
like outrageous.
Disgusting.
And then Britney Spears lost
I know
her case.
If that doesn't say what a woman's
Yes.
worth is.
Never.
Yeah. Like, look at this. Like, Bill Cosby getting out on a technicality loophole.
Oh, that's
I mean,
outrageous.
I
Yeah.
just.
But he admitted to doing it. That's
I
the
know. I
thing.
can't imagine the support, the women that are supporting him, like Felicia
Oh my
Rashad.
God. I was mortified. First of all, why his wife stood by his side during this, I don't understand. And then Felicia Rashad, posting on,
Unbelievable. Like, now there's justice.
now there's
She's-
justice.
Oh.
Yeah, what justice?
Justice for what?
Oh.
Seriously?
God, the man.
Yeah, so many people when it gets down to it. I mean, it's interesting with women, and you go into that. They, especially, with this issue and with women, when it gets down to it, they just, I'd say they crumble somewhat.
Some women, yeah. And I mean, just the pain of those victims having to, and they put themselves through so much pain having to get on the stand and relive all that stuff.
I know.
Oh, yeah,
know,
for sure.
So that was
And
definitely.
he wasn't just taking advantage; he was planning it and putting something in
Oh,
someone's drink.
to over 60 people that we
That's
know
just
of.
Shocking.
I know.
Yeah.
But you sit there and you go, like, here's a guy, very successful career, happily married, or at least in appearances, a family man. His 2 shows were about family.
Yeah, he sure pulled the wool over my eyes.
family.
And
And
he had to fight a lot of racism to get to where he was.
absolutely. So you'd sit there and you go, dude,
Nice
what
point.
is psychologically wrong with you? It's just.
It's
and then
so-
what happened to Trump? Did Trump get something?
Oh, his taxes. Now they're going through his business
Oh my
agenda.
gosh.
They're going not through his. I don't know if it's taxes, but they are going through his business deals.
Well, hopefully, I'm sure Bill Cosby had a really nice sell. Trump can just move in for a while, but
Yeah. So I mean, I just feel that that the Me Too movement has made so much progress, and then you get to this, and I guess maybe the court, like, I don't know if there was lots of money involved, like another OJ sort of dream team
of course,
thing,
his lawyer,
was on the OJ case.
right? But he was on something with Trump too.
With Trump. Yeah.
Really?
He got Trump out of something.
But yeah.
Gosh.
I don't know, but the way I understand it, the prosecuting, that the prosecutors weren't supposed to use something that he said. But it's all a technicality because
But it was
he already
tied
did
down
it.
to because he had a criminal case and a civil case.
Yes.
And I think if he did something on one of them, it
wasn't
wasn't
supposed
to happen, and it happened. So a technicality, and he's out.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, I'm not
Outrageous.
saying this with any like substantial proof behind it, but if you just go through history, because I'm a history freak and on shows about that. I sadly say, Kel Surprise, what a surprise, I mean, when you can throw that much power over and over and over, there's one agenda. We will find a technicality. That's why we
Right.
have to keep saying no. It's just
That's
no.
why they've got
Uh-uh.
the expensive lawyers. That's what they do. It's not about
Yes.
justice.
No.
Isn't it the most depressing thing when you've looked up to somebody in the media, or maybe not looked up to, but really like they've seen like a friend like Bill Cosby, I mean, we all watched his show when I was growing up, and the only person that didn't like him was my mom. She's like, I don't like this man. And I was like, why? And she's like, he makes himself a gynecologist, number one, and I just don't like him. And I was like,
Is that
God,
what he was in the show?
See, I didn't even pay attention to what he
didn't
was.
know.
Oh my God.
I'm like, Mom, why do you have to rain on everything? But guess what? She was
Mom was
right.
right.
I never
know?
watched the Cosby Show.
Oh, I
I
did.
never liked Bill Cosby.
And then hearing shit about Michael Jackson is really sad too, because I believe the kids, and
I do too.
Yeah, so
and
do
I
I.
just
I do
think
too.
it's just so disheartening to
There's a lot, people.
hear
I
these
got it.
these people like that you think are cool, and then that you can't. I never will watch the Cosby Show ever again, ever.
I still
since that.
listen to Michael Jackson though.
I do too.
I
Okay,
love
that
Michael
that is
Jackson.
that
Me
is
too.
true.
I
If
love
I
him.
am to be honest, I mean, it's terrible that if I believed Michael Jackson to be the pedophile that he is, that I still listen to his songs. But then again, genius can infiltrate evil people. Like,
But think about it. Michael Jackson is like, I agree with you. I think he's a pedophile too. That's a despicable person. Okay, and that's who he is. But it doesn't.
but his music.
But his music is something completely
I know.
different.
I know. I don't want to feel guilty now because I listen to his
No.
music, because his music is coming from another.
Well,
I mean-
I'll disagree on that one. I call it the Roman Polanski.
Really, what does that mean?
I get myself in a shit ton of trouble for this. I'm not going to weigh in. I don't know Michael, although I'll have to say it. I'm a songwriter, and I very unpopular opinion. I'm going to be the unpopular person today, probably. He always creeped me out. So
Well,
there's
that's
that.
not unpopular opinion.
But
he was
it's
creepy
like Roman
too.
Polanski. It was like, well, we want to give him these things, because his art stands above it, and that's how Cosby gets off. So that's all I've got to say.
True.
When we keep doing that, and I don't want to put Michael Jackson. I don't want to put everybody's case of what they've done in the same thing. But when we keep exonerating, what does it mean about the person who has the same case that's picking grapes?
Right.
They've got
How
more
can we
money.
keep-
That's what it
You know?
means.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because I can't say
exactly.
that Bill Cosby's show was art.
No.
Yeah,
No.
No.
It was very well
exactly.
done.
No, I'm with you. It's the money.
No, it
So-
wasn't. I mean, I don't even know if it was well done. I think
it
if
was.
I think if you look at it, there's. I mean,
It
I
was
don't.
funny.
No, but I don't think it was well done. I think it was groundbreaking, and I think
Yeah,
that's
it
what
was
That's what it was all the
Because
hype
it was a
about.
black family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, a black family that
black-
actually had money and was a family. And
Yeah.
was-
Middle
And it was a
class family.
professional middle because
Yeah, professional
if
middle
you
class.
look at all the other, I mean, okay, if you go back, like
Move it on
Sanford,
up.
like
The Jeffersons.
Jefferson.
Yeah,
no, hold
I
on, not
love
about the
them.
Jeffersons, but we're talking like Sanford and Son,
Yeah.
and what's happening now.
Yeah.
It was always about that poor struggling.
Yeah.
People of color. I mean, the Jeffersons wasn't. It was about
Wasn't that moving on up?
yeah, but it was about people that was a groundbreaking show because
Yeah.
it was about here this African American couple who has a lot of money now can afford this and so that was not a typical black show, but all those other shows. I mean, you look at even the Mexican shows or the Latin shows.
What ones were those?
I don't know. I
can't even
remember
think of any.
But there were one. I mean, I know George Lopez, but I mean, they always portrayed like the people that weren't white as that struggling
Yeah,
class of people.
That's true, they did.
So the Cosby Show truly was our generations
Mm-hmm.
because the Jeffersons was our generation, but I was a kid. But it was like the first time that it was actually portrayed that they weren't poor people,
Right.
That he was a gynecologist.
I know. She was a lawyer.
Which, by the way, I didn't even realize that, but he was a professional. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And I think, did she work?
Yeah, she's a lawyer.
She
You
was
kidding?
a lawyer. Okay.
She was
So-
a lawyer. He was a gynecologist. The kids
my
were
God.
great.
Kind of.
You know,
Well,
pretty
Lisa
much.
Bonet-
Lisa Bonet is gorgeous.
Yeah, but Lisa Bonet was the wayward child,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But
And now Raven Simone, when she was on the show and she was a baby girl, like 3 years old, and now
Right.
she's gayer than gay. Yay!
I had no
Yay!
idea she was gay. I was like surprised that she was gay. I didn't see that one coming. But then again, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, so, but I think like I hear what you're saying, Amadeus. You know, for me, it's kind of, and I hear exactly. But it's like, you know, I mean, should we stop then listening to Michael? I mean, Jackson. You know,
I can't help it. I do.
couldn't.
I'm gonna have the unpopular opinion
Discussion.
here. I don't know if I believe it. I think Michael Jackson was a nice guy who tried doing nice things, and I think the parents wanted to take advantage of that to get money from him.
Look, I would say
Fair
that I'd
enough.
like to agree with you, but I heard about, I saw this thing about one of the boys describing a birthmark that he has on his ding dong. How would he know that?
Do you mean penis, my dear?
Yes.
Okay.
I did hear about that.
How would he know? How would the kid know this?
He could have got a glimpse somehow if he was changing.
look, the whole thing, the whole because it's a pedophile. For me, it's like a pedophile ring. You've got a guy who has an issue, an alleged issue. Okay, he preys on children. Okay,
If it's true.
if it's true, that's what I said, allegedly. Okay, so he preys on children. The kids that he was preying on were kids that he gifted things to. Again, the poor people's kids. So,
But yet Macaulay Culkin swears
Everyone.
that he never
And I'm gonna-
experienced any of that
and
with
I'm going to
Michael.
probably tell you he probably didn't. But I'm talking about there were other kids that came that were unfortunate kids.
Targets. yeah.
Targets.
Mhm.
And, you know, who knows? Maybe they took advantage. I mean, again, we don't know. Maybe he took advantage of the kid. Maybe maybe the parents didn't purposely go pimp them out. Maybe he didn't. But maybe.
knows?
But who knows? Because it could go anywhere.
Yeah,
But
you
maybe.
can get wrapped
I
into
wish
it.
that Michael Jackson wasn't that way. I'd like to believe what you believe.
I mean,
but
he was
don't
not.
know.
Look, I'd have probably. I don't know if anyone met him or worked with him, but I have. Now,
you met Michael?
Oh, God,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. Okay.
he
Amazing.
He was a quiet soul. He was very shy, but the people around him were not very nice people. They were highly protective of him, and they were assholes.
Well, his father was an asshole.
Well, I'm
so,
talking about
yeah.
even his bodyguards. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody that stemmed
right.
from his camp. I mean, you know, he had a CBS special. Okay, I work on those things.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm supposed to be there. It's my job. I hired a photographer. What's a photographer's job supposed to do is to photograph what's going on. So we're sitting, waiting. We're watching the rehearsal, and it comes time to tape it because it was taped to air later. All of a sudden, my photographer literally gets up, goes to walk. Now, mind you, again, it's not like we just showed up. There were memos, there were conversations, there were meetings. You know, we had to pass probably some sort of freaking tests or whatever. He gets up to shoot, and a big bodyguard person, like literally came, ripped him, and was shoving him away. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit who Michael Jackson is.
Right.
You don't fucking
Manhandle.
people and think that you have that power that you can fucking do it. And at that point, I thought, you know what? And that's where the whole, later on, the pedophilia thing came in, is they created this thing where Michael Jackson could do no wrong. And he probably paid a lot of people off. He probably paid a lot of people off. And you know what? When you are down and out, and I'm not saying I would do it, but we can't judge people. When you are down and out, and you know this guy, which is a disgusting thing, did something to your kid, and he wants to shut your fucking mouth, but he's going to give you $1 million. Okay, and I'm not saying this is right, but none of us on this panel have ever been poor. We don't know what it's like. Absolutely not.
Yeah. I know.
Okay,
That's
so
true.
when you look at something and an injustice happened, who are we? And they took the money to make their life better. even at the expense of what happened. Who are we to judge to say that's
I
wrong?
still judge. I
You
still say
can't
that's
know
wrong.
the story. You can never know anybody's story. And that, to me, and, being in entertainment is, it's more, there's so many stories like this. I mean, I had a lot of trouble getting paid because of Scientology, because I've been behind the group that did Beck, and manhandlers would come and Beck would try to talk to me. And
Who's Beck? Oh, Beck, the singer?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Beck was into Scientology?
He is
Yes.
a Scientologist.
I never knew that. Oh, my. That's so
The same
sad.
thing is he didn't fucking, and I'll say that, admit it, while I'm saying it and I'm on the label and I'm doing it and I'm having people that, don't want to believe it saying, no, he's not. I'm like, yes, he is, because he didn't want to. And that's a topic for a long time. I've got my shit in a lot of trouble for talking, but I don't care about it.
That's another
And
fascinating
disappointing.
subject.
Yeah, it is.
The handlers would come and remove him. He would say, how are you? And he'd be flanked by people. Like, if I had a video, it sounds improbable, to people that live in Illinois.
Scientology, as you said, Cara, is a whole nother bag of worms, and I agree. And it
Fascinating.
sounds like the biggest, scariest cult and terrorist. Like
It is.
It's domestic.
Well, I mean, it's
terrorism.
our opinion. Everyone, you're watching Between the Sheets here on the United Broadcasting Network. I'm like so verklempt. There's so much we have to talk about. Call us 323-524-2599. 323-524-2599. We have a caller. All right. By the way, Mara is not doing any psychic readings tonight.
She did so good.
So we're going to check to see if this caller wants a psychic reading from
Okay.
Shar Margolis, whose show is on
Who-
before
before
us,
us.
or
Or if I should
no, you're not going to
not
do
step
it.
in.
You're not doing it. Okay, Tony. Hi, everyone. Hi. How are you doing? This is Between the Sheets, not a psychic show. Do you have a question? What's your name?
This is Julie Hampini. I called you, I don't know, a few months ago, about my idea to help other business owners who are facing cancer.
Yes.
And I'm doing it.
You are.
That's
That's
amazing.
wonderful. So what?
Thanks for the encouragement.
Well, you're welcome. We at Between the Sheets like to encourage. We like to say, practice what we preach.
Yeah.
So tell us what's going on. What happened? Just briefly tell us how it came about, and then tell us about your success.
Well, I talked to some different nonprofits who help people with cancer, and so I'm kind of learning things about that and meeting people. And then as I've been talking about this, I ran into a couple of podcasts people who are interested in this sort of in-between things. It's not the same as, it's health and it's business, and those are supposed to be separate, right?
Right.
Oh, no, they're not really, and we all know that now. But, so, yeah, that's what's happening so far.
Well, congratulations.
That's
I'm so
great.
wonderful
Yeah.
for you.
Congrats.
Yeah, I'm really excited. People seem to really feel like it helps. That's really nice.
Well, I mean, but that's the thing. I think, I think Amadeus, we've had many discussions, but I mean, I think, people, I think fear, I'm not saying this is in your case, okay? But I think people have great ideas. And I think people sometimes think, when they have an idea, for it to come to fruition, it's like, someone, and they don't have connections or they don't have this. It's kind of like you look at it as like pulling up a boulder up a mountain. Mm-hmm. And I think it's difficult because, then you don't get you don't know how to do it, or you don't get the support or whatever. And I think so many wonderful ideas, whatever it is, I think it falls just on the wayside because I think, people get crestfallen, because they can't, because they don't know how to do it. They have an idea, they don't know how to do it. And in the world, we also don't have a lot of people that are, I don't know, above board. So, you tell someone about an idea, and then tomorrow
thing you
it's
know,
their idea.
It's on CBS.
But
I
is
know.
it Julianne? Julianne?
Yeah, Julianne.
Julianne, the fact that you must have had something driving within you that said, this is something I'm willing to put time and investment and go beyond any fear. Wasn't that the reason?
Because it's about fear. Did you think you were sort of hesitant, Julianne, because of fear a little bit in the beginning?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I kind of still am off and on, but every time I go to do something new, but the reality is that I looked back and realized when things happened that I was a part of, it was because I did it anyhow, not because I was perfect or
Right.
You
whatever
did it
else
anyhow.
might be.
That's huge. Feel the fear and do it anyway.
Exactly.
That's exactly
Yes.
what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And not go for perfection. That can stop me at times.
Oh, me too.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect plan, and then no, it's just go.
Well, I'm
No.
so happy. I'm really happy, and keep call. I mean, I'm just so happy for you, and proud of you for stepping up and following your passion, and not like sort of succumbing to the fear or any obstacles that may have come into it. It's great to be tenacious. So keep us posted on how things develop, and Between the Sheets will support anything that you do. So thank you so much for calling us and giving us a recap and a success story.
Yeah.
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 Thank you.
Congratulations.
Nice one.
You bet. Can I put something in the comments for people to
Absolutely,
look at later?
absolutely.
Totally.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Thank
Have a great
you.
evening.
You too.
So, what are your guys' plans for the
Bye.
4th?
Bye.
Oh, bye.
I'm going to go to the America Fest at the Rose Bowl because they have the best fireworks on the West Coast.
The
Wow.
what?
Okay. What is
What
that?
is it?
I didn't think they were doing that. So,
America Fest at the Rose Bowl.
I never heard of it.
What
Yeah.
is it?
Oh my gosh, it's an entire show. It's going to be like
I don't know
motocross.
about
It's going to be singers. Big like.
I
kinda
saw it a
like
couple years ago. It was
outdoor
really
carnival.
good.
Well, wait. Who are the singers?
Oh, I don't. I don't think it's anyone.
Cher, I think, is
I'm like,
coming.
I know. Cher, Madonna, Lady Gaga.
like I love the way that she led with it. Oh, there's motocross.
Motocross, singers, carnival.
Right,
Like,
Wow.
except cars.
the radio stations are going to be there. Like
It
everyone
sounds
important is going to be there.
so Midwest to me.
Good. Let's get some apple pie. I'm
have
sure
to
they have
dress
some
up?
apple pie.
Wow, Midwest fun.
No, come on. I like people in the Midwest, don't you?
grew
Yeah,
up
I
there.
do
You
because
nailed
they're
it.
nice. Yeah,
Never been.
but they
No, but
have-
I'm sorry. When you lead with motocross,
Motocross is that truck.
I know what
Right?
it is.
I'm wondering. I'm asking. Is
It's
it
like
that truck
It's
thing?
like that motorcycle.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
And then,
I
and then,
can't even
what, and then when are they pulling out the monster truck? Is that the big
they
finale?
don't. No, they have like
dogs,
singers. They have they have an entire show like starting at 6:30.
It'd be fun.
And then it's the best fireworks show on the West Coast.
I
Yeah.
had
Wow.
no idea.
Whoa.
Now that is
Wowzer.
what-
Yeah.
Gayan, are you doing something for the 4th?
I have 3 parties to go to.
Oh.
Three. But were you watching
You
fireworks?
lesbians have such
Contrary
a
to popular belief, or contrary to belief, I am quite popular. Saying. But no, I've got 3 parties. I don't know how I'm going to do it, and I probably will not. I probably will.
Wow.
I probably will go to one and then stay there, and then like I don't drink, so it's not like. Although I have to tell you what. Oh my God, I have to tell you all what happened on Saturday after that Mecca party.
What happened?
All right. So I'm there. I don't drink. Okay. I had 2 watered down margaritas because that's what they were serving, and but we were up in the roof and it was hot. At least I was standing in the heat. So
it was so hot when we went to. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
it's okay, babe.
No.
So I think I left at 6:30. I don't remember. I walked down to the car, and I'm waiting for. I give my little ticket, and I didn't feel well. So, okay, this is TMI, but I don't give a shit. So I went to the bathroom, and I'm thinking, what's going on? I mean, of course, I don't have a problem with this anymore. I shoved my fingers after I hand sanitized. I shoved my fingers down my throat because I'm thinking. But as I'm doing this, I'm like, but I only had 2 margaritas in a 4-hour, 5-hour time span. But and nothing came out. Okay, so then I get in my car and I have the wherewithal to go. You know what? I can't drive. I can't drive. So I called a friend of mine who lives a few blocks away, and I'm like, look, I can't drive. Can I come to your place? And she's like, fine. So I got to her place, but I was kind of like disoriented. It was the weirdest shit, man. And then I get to her place, and I immediately said, I'm going to try and throw up again. So I went in the did the whole finger thunder thing. A little bit came up, but not so much. But I just felt so out of sorts. I had chills.
Do you think there was something in your?
Either look? That's what.
When did they let Bill Crosby out?
Yeah, right.
So
It could have been a sunstroke.
that's
Yeah.
it was a heat stroke
Oh,
because
wow.
a heat stroke, yeah.
Water.
it was a
That's
heat stroke
impossible.
because what I ended up doing because then I was getting my friend because it was so weird because my friend, like one of her friends that she hadn't seen in a while and I never met, they were actually just hanging, and I felt bad, and I'm thinking, and they were going to go out to dinner, and I'm like, look, I mean, I'm so sorry I crashed your party, but I just couldn't drive. So they went out to dinner, and I literally, when I actually did vomit for real, I have to tell you, I don't know when's the next time I'm going to drink, because going down, it's fine. Going up is the most disgusting thing ever. It just tastes
yeah.
horrible.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I laid on her
Never
bed.
done that, by the way, ever in my whole life.
Neither have I.
Okay.
You
Never
can do it.
been sick on alcohol ever.
Well,
Thank God.
this would be like the second time, but it was because then I was getting when I was sleeping in her house while they were out. I was getting chills and I had a headache.
Did you think you might have COVID or something?
No, I didn't think I have a COVID.
I mean, well, maybe like some sort.
No, the COVID doesn't just come on that quickly. This was
Yeah.
just so weird. I was like fine and then not.
Yeah.
And then, I got up midway and I drank some water and she had some ginger ale. So I was hydrating myself and I was feeling better. Then the headache went away. So I knew it was probably a little bit of a heat stroke.
Yeah.
And then when they came back home and then I was like, when they came back to my friend's house, I'm in the kitchen and I'm like cooking. And they're like,
I love it.
I'm like, I'm just cooking. She goes, well, we brought you something from Aroma Cafe, which is not my favorite. I just don't like it. And I said, like what? I said,
Fussy lesbian.
I know. How about saying thank you?
I said thank you. No, I did say thank you. I said, thank you. How kind. What did, what did you get? Because, I am picky with food. And she bought me a tuna melt. I'm going to tell you, at that point, that was the last thing I wanted.
Oh yeah.
That is so not the right thing to have bought you.
No.
No.
Nope. French fries would have been good.
Much better.
But I was,
Guys, soak it up.
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
exactly. But look, I'm grateful. I have really good friends because not that she wasn't going to say don't come, but she was thoughtful. But I just didn't. And then it was so funny because I'm like chopping up. She had like some meat and things. So I'm like, all right, tomorrow I'm coming over because I didn't have dinner tonight. So tomorrow I'm coming over and I'm making quesadillas. And she's like, all right, and whatever. But that was the weirdest thing. I've never had sunstroke. But so funny. So I walked in that night to my house. I think I got home at around 11. And my mother was still up, my lovely 89-year-old mother, and she's sitting up, and she says, oh, I thought you were going to be home early. I said, Mom, this is what happened. She said, exactly what Cara said. Are you sure no one slipped you something? And I'm like, well, first of all, Mom, I had the glass in my hand. I danced with it. I walked with it. It's like, I know it was a heat stroke.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have recovered that fast if somebody slipped something. Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
So
Good
alcohol,
point.
alcohol and sun. You got to hydrate prior.
Yeah.
Takes forever after. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I realized at that point that I hadn't even eaten all day.
Oh, that too.
Oh.
Of course.
Well, yeah, that'll do it. Mara and I were at that same rooftop,
But the next
day.
the boy party.
and yeah, we got the wrong tickets, but it was so fun.
You
But-
did not get there. Hold on.
I know.
You did not.
Right, it's
They're
probably more
trying to
fun.
play it off. These two bitches, they think they're younger than me and they think they're in the know. They don't know shit.
No,
I'm
I never
sitting here-
said I know anything.
I said that-
I did what Mara
We're
said.
sitting here. I said, why are you guys going on Sunday? It's a boys' party.
I said no, it isn't. There's so many more people RSVP'd to this party, and Gan's like, no, it's a gay.
It's a gay boys' party.
And she was right.
But let me tell you, it was so super fun.
Not for me.
How-
I got there and left right after.
No, I know, but I was there like a lot longer before you.
Yeah.
And I made sure I felt the heat. I'm like, oh, hang on a minute. And I calculated the sun,
Oh,
the
it was
position where it was going to be.
awful.
So I chose a table right where I knew a half an hour more the sun would be going down and that would be shade. I was kicking it in the shade. I had my water.
When I got there, there was a sliver of shade, and it was miserable. I spent $40 to get in. I was so mad, and then I bought a useless drink ticket. By the way, I still have the ticket in my wallet, and I'd really like my money back, Chad, if you're listening.
Yeah, no, they're not going to give it to you because
It
we had
sucked.
6 tickets. But I met so many people. I was sitting in the shade. I met so many people. We had, I think, like 10 of us at the Abbey. We all left because Mara was hungry. So we
and
all,
hot and just disgusted.
So we all left, went to the Abbey.
Yeah.
And it was great. We were just strangers that met, and we had a gay old time.
No,
and it
it's-
was
you know what?
wonderful.
You always seem to have fun. I don't.
do.
I
No,
don't have fun
Mara
at these
comes in
things.
and Mara goes, this is Mara.
Yeah. No, that makes me look like I'm snobby. I go in and I'm
No,
like,
no, you're assessing. You're not snobby.
Yeah.
It's that look that you get when you're assessing.
what is that?
I don't know. It's this look.
You do. You
have a look. You just and
Probably
it's not,
probably unfiltered disappointment.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
I come in, I'm like,
I'm out of here. You
yeah.
know?
I don't know. I have to say that I'm 46 years old and a half, and the gay scene is just not interesting to me anymore. I just don't belong there. I don't resonate with it.
Do you mean for girls and boys, or just boys? The
Any
boys
party
scene?
scene, first of all, somebody put a post up the other day, or it was just today, about how at my age, when things start at 10 p.m., you're like, or they say come here at 10, you're like in the night. Like for me, I'm over it. I'm over going out and partying.
Oh, late night partying.
I'm old, and I remember back in the day when I was 18 and 19, 20, it didn't start, nothing, we didn't go out of the house till 10.
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
No,
10,
no.
you know,
Nothing
but I
started.
can't do it anymore.
I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, it's weird for me to like to have the. Oh, we have another caller.
Oh.
Continue. Hello. Hello.
Well, hey.
Hello. Welcome to Between
Hi,
the
Leanne
Sheets.
Wilson. How is
Hello,
the team
Leanne
doing?
Wilson. How
Hey,
are you?
Leanne.
Welcome.
I got through. Thank God. You guys are glorious, and I'm listening to your comments. I agree. It's rough getting older and doing Pride.
Thank you.
Well, but it's. I don't
I
know.
disagree because I'm around the same age as Mara, and
You just
I
could
could
come out for it
party
more. Yeah.
all night. Like I could.
Well, here's the.
I don't.
Let's see. How old was I in 1999? Someone do the math.
You're 11 years older than me.
So in 1999,
I was.
I'm 57. So how old was I in 1999?
I don't know. Get a
You were
calculator.
probably like 31, 32.
Was I in my 30s?
Yeah.
In the 30s?
Early 30s.
All right, that's when I started as the VP. That's when I started in Gay Pride. Okay, and of course it was my 30s still. I didn't realize it was 30s. Well, okay. But then I was there all the way through 2010. Okay, and that was like I don't know how many years ago? 10 years ago?
You stuck with it.
10 years ago?
I'm exhausted.
So I
Linda.
was 50.
Tell
I was
me
at
about it.
50.
Me too.
I was so
I know,
charged
but
by
I
it.
have a location I want to tell you about.
Yeah.
But which I promised you. And I
Yes.
haven't signed on the dotted line yet, but I had to call in. 'Cause
Yes.
I promised you get the exclusive. And I actually got 2 more LA from my neighbor who's a musician that knows Mick Jagger's
Wow.
daughter. So
Jade?
I'm freaking out.
Are we
right
talking
now.
about
Or
Jade
Bianca.
or Bianca?
Hey, is it Jade? You know, hun?
Now, how bizarre
Yes,
is it that we can
apparently-
sit there and automatically say, is it Jade or is it Bianca?
Or
As if-
Harris.
as
Or
if we're-
Harris.
Or,
Or Paris.
as if we're part of the family, like we know these people
Well, they're
intimately.
celebs.
She did know
Yeah.
Paris.
They're celebs.
And I promise you, Gaye Ann, you're going to get the exclusive. We're so damn close, and it is going to be July 10th. And I listen to you ladies with the banter and the fun, and I'm so happy to be able to call in. And I didn't get a busy signal. I just got right to you
That's
girls.
awesome.
Yeah, baby.
If I may, I swear, I'm going to text you, Gaye Ann,
Okay.
as soon as I sign the contract. So you're
All right, but
gonna
is it in West Hollywood?
in LA.
Well, no, there's a difference.
Are we
There's
talking
West
about
Hollywood,
Leanne's Club?
Leanne's
No.
Club.
Okay.
So
No,
either
it's
it's
Los
West
Angeles.
Hollywood or it's LA.
In Los Angeles.
Okay.
That's all I can give you right now. But I promise. Thank you for taking my call.
No, you're welcome. Thanks
And
for calling in.
thanks for also trying to put something on for women.
Yeah, thank
Love
you.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm just happy with my cat, and Golden Girls.
Aw.
Real wild Friday night.
I don't know what to say right now. Oh my god, I was at Strut No See. I'm gonna be at the rooftop at W to
I know, and
tonight.
I'm
gonna
I'm
go
not
to
even
Strut
going.
tomorrow night. I'm gonna be at America Fest Sunday. Like,
Give me the Hallmark
This
channel.
is my mentality. my mentality. You only live once. Like, you'll rest when you die.
Yeah.
We are here
Yeah.
to have a physical experience, so have it.
I just hate it there. I hate it at those things.
But I mean, well, first of all, let's start with one thing.
Yes.
The whole scene in our, I don't give a heck where you live, and that's even the straight club scene and the gay. It's all superficial. It's all about to be seen.
I guess.
It is.
Not no see.
Well, plot. A lot of people drink, and I'm not a drinker.
Well,
so.
but that too.
I don't drink.
No, but you don't.
I know, but you love going out and mingling.
Because
Yeah,
you.
I love
drink,
meeting
okay?
people.
I don't like all that horrible, loud music. That
Oh,
just
I know.
is impossible.
Ugh.
I
can't
like
stand
it.
it.
I love hearing music. I love being in the atmosphere, meeting people, hearing the music, and getting my photograph taken. Like, I love it.
Well,
I just love it.
you are a
Because you-
night
because-
owl. You have the night owl in you.
No, because she's an ego whore.
Oh my
God.
So
She
It has
is
nothing to do
not.
with an ego.
Oh my God! Hi, I'm Tristan. Hi,
No.
take my picture. I'm going to
No.
post 20 photos on Facebook. I mean, really? Look at me.
I know, but isn't she adorable?
I'm not saying.
Come on.
I'm not. But don't.
That's
fucking,
not why she goes out, though.
That's not why I go
Why
out.
you go out?
She
To have
actually loves
fun.
it.
I-
She loves it.
I love meeting new people.
Well, look. I think we all do.
I do.
I mean, I do too. I'm a social. I think we all are
people
social.
different. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Well, it won't be the first time. Go ahead.
I don't want to make it all astrology, but I mean, you're like a walking textbook for being an Aries, right? On this,
I'm a
It's-
quadruple ADHD Aries. I'm Aries Sun,
You
Moon,
need to
Venus,
be
and Mercury.
trust, you need festivals, you need,
Yeah, and I'm
it's your
ADHD. So, but can I be introverted and spiritual during the week in Orange County and go to my sound bath meditations? Yes, that's me.
Yes.
But then I have the other
Let
side
loose.
where I come out with my friends and just
And
live.
Look, I don't mean to put it down. It's just I just don't. I don't like it. But it's nothing wrong with it. It's just not for me.
All right. How many Golden Girls were there?
4.
All right. So Mara, here we go.
Yes.
Hey,
Okay, I know there's 4 of us, so there'll be a repeat.
Uh-huh.
Okay, if you had to describe which Golden Girl we are in personality.
Oh my God, she's Blanche.
I'm Blanche.
She's Blanche Devereaux.
But I have a little Sophia smartass in me, though. Just
no,
saying.
you can only
You're-
have one.
you-
But
you're
you can only
Blanche.
have one.
You're Sophia. I'm Dorothy. You're Rose, I guess.
Well,
Although
she-
Rose, I could be Rose too because Rose is very naive and stupid. So she's very, very bumpkin.
Well,
Well,
She-
well,
no,
what
but
about
she's nice. She's the
Amadeus?
nicest
Wait a minute.
one.
What about Amadeus? Which
I
Golden
don't know.
Girl
I
would you
don't.
be?
I would say Dorothy because I don't know very well
No
Amadeus.
idea. The irony of my life is, I've film degrees and I know the creators of it and I do shows of them, but I have no fucking clue which one.
Oh
I'd
my
be.
God! B. Arthur is she just makes that show.
Lesbian.
When I was-
Lesbian.
Yeah, when I was little, I guess people watched the Brady Bunch, and I begged
I
my mother
didn't.
to watch reruns of Maude.
Oh, I never watched Maude. But
never did?
No, but everyone's telling me she's fantastic in that.
She
and,
was
remember that.
wonderful.
I
Yes.
never watched Maude, but I heard
Maude.
that's where she
And,
gets the slamming door thing.
Yes, and
Yeah.
she also had again. She was a very. I worked on. I didn't work on the Golden Girls, but when the Golden Girls got canceled on NBC, CBS picked it up and we called it the Golden Palace.
Yes, I remember.
that was me.
Ah.
And
with Rue McClanahan,
with Rue McClanahan,
Ooh.
it was everybody.
Estelle Getty.
It was everybody.
Yeah, everyone but her.
except for
B.
Arthur. But we did do 2 episodes with her, and they brought in Cheech Marin from Cheech and Chong.
Oh, he's so fun.
He was the desk clerk in this hotel.
yes.
And I remember when B came on, she was really kind of like, because it's like, oh my God, Maude, and
Yeah,
I'd never
yeah,
met her
yeah.
before. She was very tall.
She's very tall.
and she
Or
was very tall. And she was not the most warmest,
No,
fuzzy
I heard
person.
that she's
just
not.
really
She
like,
wasn't.
"Rah."
She didn't like Rose. She didn't like
No,
Betty White.
Hated
yeah.
Betty White because she
Really?
thought Betty White was too fucking Pollyanna.
Yeah.
But I have to say, when Maude was on, she came out with a fashion trend.
What was that?
Right.
It was those pants with those long
The long-
caftans.
Right.
A long caftan.
Okay.
Yeah, but that wasn't that wardrobe who came up with it. It wasn't B.
No, well, she had something to say
Oh,
about
she did.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I'm just saying, this is what she used to wear.
Mm-hmm.
So that she wanted to be comfortable, and it kind of it sort of gelled.
I should start watching Maude.
Who was her daughter? Anybody? Who played her daughter?
I don't know because I never watched
I
it.
see her face.
Come
I
on.
love
Come on.
I know Rue McClanahan was also on
Adrian
that show.
Barbeau.
Adrian Barbeau. That's right. I don't know any shows. I was so little, but I'd never, because I grew up in the Midwest and I didn't see Italians and Jews, and my family was lippy and from LA. And they'd say, you know, that fucking asshole, you know, and whatever, have opinions. So I saw this woman doing that, you know, and I said, Mommy, you know, that's the only thing I would watch.
Remember, what was the one? I think it was not All in the Family, but the one where Carol Burnett played Eunice.
Oh,
Mama's Family.
I love
Yes,
that show.
That was a great one. I love that one.
Carol Burnett, thank God she's still alive. But
I know.
She is amazing.
Sure
and
is.
I of course, I'm that old. I've worked with her. And I'll never forget, I was at CBS, and they were revamping the Carol Burnett show.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was in the 90s. It's 90s, okay? And I just started CBS, and I remember meeting her for the first time. And, like, literally, not a lot of people. I mean, usually I'm like, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you, Gaye Ann, blah, 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 blah. But there are some iconic figures that really, like, impressed me. I was in awe of growing up, and she was one of them. And I'll never forget when I was introduced to her. I was really nervous, and her publicist named Greg, and he was gay, but he passed from AIDS, and so. But he's like, and he knew I was gay. He said, she loves us. She loves us. She loves us, like our people. She loves our people. And I'm like, okay. And I remember being introduced to her, and I think I said, you know, I didn't want to, like, be stupid because I'm a professional, so I didn't want to, like, fall over myself to be, like, fangirl, you know what I mean? So I don't know what I said. And then she goes, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Gaye Ann. I swear to God. And I went home that night because there was no cell phones, okay?
Yeah.
And my mother didn't have a beeper. And so I remember getting home and calling my mother. It was like God knows what time at night. And she's like, what do you want? Everything okay? And I'm like, Carol Burnett said my name. She said my name.
Oh. Yes.
And literally, I've known Carol since 1991, maybe 1992. I can't remember. 2 years ago. Well, it would be 3 years ago because 2020 didn't happen.
Right,
so
count
3
that.
years ago. I saw that I work on a show called The Talk, one of my shows, and her name came up as being the guest. So I texted her manager and I said, is she going to be on the lot? I'd love to say hi because it's been a while. And he said, oh my God, she'd love to see you again. And I'm thinking, really? Like, you know, they always say that, like they love to see you again.
Yeah.
But when I went and I knocked on the door and I opened up and she said, oh my God, Gaye Ann Bruno.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, she goes, you're still here. I said, I am. I get that reaction from all these people. Like,
You're
like,
still
even,
here.
like Candace Bergen, like when the Murphy Brown reunion came back or whatever the hell we did. And I said, don't tell Candace I'm working on the show. And we did some of the stuff in L.A. So I told her publicist, Heidi, don't tell Candace. So when I knocked on the makeup door and she said, come in, and I opened the door and she looked at me. She goes, Gaye Ann Bruno. Now she's a little bit more flowery than Carol Burnett. She's not that much of a lady.
Candace?
She goes, oh my God, you're fucking still here. And my response to her was, oh my God, you're still fucking alive.
Candace Bergen was gorgeous.
She
back
was
in the day.
stunning.
Yeah.
She
Gorgeous.
was
So
stunning.
is Sybil.
Sybil, I worked with her too.
And her daughter, Clementine's
Beautiful. Who was
gorgeous.
gay and now is not gay. But
Yeah,
still, it doesn't matter. But
gorgeous.
gorgeous. But I mean, but like this town, you know, like going out and partying and stuff like that.
Meeting celebrities can be super jarring. Like I didn't know what to say. I was jarred when I met somebody a couple years ago. Well, at the movie theater of all places, Gwen Stefani and Blake and their kids were in the same movie as I was, a couple rows behind me. We went to go see my sister and I went to go see Frozen 2.
Oh, a little sausage.
Yeah, I know. A sausage, huh? What does that mean?
No, it's just an endearment.
Okay.
Term of endearment.
So we went and lo and behold, fucking Gwen Stefani is sitting 2 rows behind me, and I have grown up with her influence ever since I was. I mean, she's 5 years older than me, She's from Anaheim, and I grew up in Orange County. But I was so nervous afterwards when I went up because there was nobody around. I didn't want to be one of those starstruck people. I didn't want to ask her for her autograph. I didn't want to take a picture with her. But I couldn't even look at her. But she was standing by herself waiting outside the men's room. And I just went up to her and I said, I just want to tell you I love you. I said, thank you for your talent and your passion, your music, and your inspiration. And then she's like, aw, sweet, that's sweet. And I just ran. I ran. And the funniest thing is this other girl was there, and she comes up with her camera. She's holding out the camera to Gwen. And Gwen looks at her and she goes, could you take a picture of me? So she didn't want one with Gwen. She wanted Gwen to take her picture against a backdrop.
What?
No.
I don't think she knew who she
I
was.
was going to say, I don't think
Yeah,
she
I don't
would've
think
known.
she knew
How
when she was
fabulous.
talking to Gwen.
How
Isn't that funny?
Wow.
Well, I mean, look, they are real. They're just normal people, and look, anyone who works with them, you sort of get jaded in a way. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, it's such and such, and it's so funny because I mean, like I said, I've worked with them a lot, and there's only very few people now that will
Jar you.
that will jar me.
Yeah.
But I do find it kind of sweet when there is a celebrity and someone does come up and says that. I think if I was a celebrity, I mean, I would probably spend so much time talking to people and not even give a shit that I was a celebrity. You know what I mean? Because you have to be respectful of the people that are buying your records or watching your movies. I mean, I guess you can get inundated, but I don't know. And some are nice, and trust me, some are not. Some are not.
No, I know. I mean, I was so scared to approach Gwen, and I couldn't even look her in the eye. I was scared shitless, and I mean, I don't remember the whole thing. I don't even remember her expression or anything because I could barely look at her. She was one of those that I've always wanted to meet, just because you did, and I did, but I wish. What?
Outside the loos.
Yeah, I just wish that I had been more present because I felt like I don't want to bother her. I don't want to be that person.
Well, it's kind of freaky. I mean, it's kind of freaky to meet somebody that's a celebrity because you don't know and you don't want to come off looking like a jerk.
Yeah, it's a fine
I don't want to
line.
invade her personal space.
Right.
You
You
know,
don't want to seem like you don't care and you're not impressed. You don't want to seem like you don't even know who they are. Don't care, dear. Because that's rude as well. It's a really difficult one, I think.
Did you guys hear? I just heard the funniest story. I think it was Dave Matthews. So this girl was on her way to a Dave Matthews. Did you hear this? She was on her way to a Dave Matthews concert. She passed this biker on the road who had stopped and had a flat tire, had stopped to help him. And it turns out it was Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
So she got all the backstage pass. Can you imagine how ironic and what are the chances of that?
It's called manifestation.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Manifestation is a great thing.
So I'm manifesting that Sharon Stone calls me and asks me on a date. Okay.
Have you met her?
I've kissed her.
Wow, that's more than met.
That is naughty.
That's crazy.
It was at Gay Pride, and Joan Jett. I hired Joan Jett to perform for me that year.
Nice.
And I get a call saying, I mean, it wasn't a make-out kiss. I mean, for me, it was a kiss, and it could have been a make-out kiss. I didn't care. It was like we locked lips.
Amazing.
And I get a call from her publicist, her assistant, I can't remember, saying Sharon Stone wants to come to see Joan Jett. And I said, sure. I said, she goes, but she doesn't want to stand in the Gay Pride crowd. I said, no problem. I've got this row in the front. That's the mosh pit. I'll make sure she's there. And then she wanted to announce her on the stage. And I said, sure. Oh, my God, Sharon Stone. Oh, my God, yes. So she gets in. And, she walks in and I get a call and it's like, hi, how are you? And I'm like trying to play it off like, hi, so nice to meet you. Meanwhile, my heart's like, ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. And so I said, do you want to meet Joan now? Because she never met Joan yet. She said, do you want to meet Joan now or after? She said, no, I'll wait after the show. She goes, but Gaye Ann, really? Can I really announce her? And I said, absolutely. So, but I didn't announce. So I get on first and I'm like, we know who the headliner is tonight. It's going to be Joan Jett, but we've got a surprise guest. And all of a sudden Sharon Stone walks on stage and everyone went crazy wild. And then she did her little shtick and then Joan came on, Joan Jett. And then after Joan Jett was done, I was doing what I was doing, and then I came back, and then Sharon walked around, and I introduced her to Joan Jett, and then I left them in the room together because I don't have to be there, and they were chit-chatting, and then when Sharon was leaving, I was standing there like by the doorway thingy, and she said, "Gaye Ann, I just want to say thank you. I had the best time, blah, 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 blah." And I said, "Okay, I have to tell you something. I love you." I love you. And she smiled and she giggled, and then she hugged me, and I thought, okay, that's good. I'm touching her. Now it's like a touch,
unbelievable.
I'm like, touch. I've got like her skin cells just
never
came
wash
off
again.
on me. You know what I mean?
Never wash
It just
again.
flaked on me. I've got like DNA on me. And then she pulled back, and then she planted one on my lips.
Aw.
My girlfriend was standing right there. Okay. And I was like so excited, but in a way, not panicked, but uncomfortable in a way. My girlfriend's looking at this, right? So I get her in her car, and I go to my girlfriend, and I just looked at her because I still had this shit. I had this shit ass grin.
I bet.
And I'm like, hi. And she looked at me. She goes, "It's okay. It's okay."
You get that one.
She said, "It's okay. I'm a little jealous, but it's okay."
Oh, good. Oh, my good.
Yeah, no. But that was, that was fun.
I'm trying really hard to find a commercial that I voiced in I don't know, 1990. And the actress is Sharon Stone.
So it's
And it was Buff Puff, and I put it on my Facebook, but I don't know
What
how
you
I'll
voiced
find it.
for Sharon Stone?
Yes.
Did they need her to do it
I
a British
dubbed
accent?
her. I dubbed her.
Oh,
She's
my
doing the Buff
God.
Puff, and
Oh,
I'm
wow.
Buff Puffing, but it's Sharon Stone.
That's so cool.
That's
I
so
just
cool.
posted it recently. I'll send it to
Why
you.
do you think that they didn't want her to use her original?
It was before she was famous.
Oh,
She was a model.
Right.
Yeah.
She was so hot.
She was beautiful.
She still
is.
Is she married?
I just haven't seen her in a minute.
No, she divorced.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know if they were ever married, but no. But, she's fucking hot.
I haven't seen her. I don't even remember the last time I saw her.
It doesn't matter. Follow her on Instagram. She's
Oh.
very popular.
Yeah, I could do that.
So, okay, have you ever dated a celebrity?
Never.
Not even close.
Not even close. Dated? Are you kidding me? Never.
Slapped, anything like that?
God, no.
Or inappropriately brushed against them?
I
No.
mean, and I've run into. There's been lots of different ones that I've seen growing up around here, like Kevin Bacon, Sly Stallone, what's his name? The hot black guy. Denzel.
Yeah, he's in Toluca Lake, or he was.
Steven
Yeah,
Tyler, but Adam Levine. But I mean, I've never gone approached them
Okay.
ever. No.
Have you ever dated, slept with, or God knows what you do?
Of
with a
course.
who?
Of course.
All right, who?
Well, I've been in and out of acting for about 20 years now. So, like the last one, I could say the name, but it probably wouldn't be good if I did.
Can you tell us a hint?
Did you sleep with them or kiss them or
We slept together.
A boy or a girl?
A few times.
a boy or a girl?
Matt Davis.
Who?
Matt Davis.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Vampire Diaries and
Google
Al,
him.
Legally Blonde. Legally Blonde.
Matt Davis.
Her boyfriend in Legally Blonde.
Okay.
Nice.
The really gorgeous guy that she went to law school to try to get back.
I have to watch the show again. I did like the show.
Yeah. So he was the
Oh,
last.
the ham.
There you go.
Shit,
So-
he's pulling him up. Oh my
Oh,
god.
nice one.
I'm like, he was the last
Can you
one.
find Buff Puff? No.
There have been like actors, like models and stuff before that, women, obviously. But yeah, so he was the last one.
Okay, Cara. I have a point about this. Cara.
Yeah, I think you know I've had a few.
Go ahead.
I don't know if we're getting in trouble
start with
listening
one?
to these
No,
people.
we're not.
I'll just start with one because it was an amazing time in my life. I was 19 and I met the Eagles, and I ended up being flown to Los Angeles by Don Henley.
Oh, Don Henley.
So
Wow.
that was
You guys
yeah.
had a tearst.
Yeah, we were.
Wow, Don Henley.
I was there for a good few months. in Laurel Canyon with Don
wow.
Oh, the Laurel
It was a
Canyon
busy year,
experience.
though. Because
Wow.
after Don, because he met some other girl on the road, obviously, and off he went. But I then had a sort of a brief fling at, this is the kind of slightly naughty one, because he was married. But he's been married so many times, what does it matter now?
Exactly.
David Foster.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Who's
yeah,
David
that
Foster?
was 74 as
He's
well.
a music
producer.
Producer.
He produces everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, a producer.
Yeah,
behind the
Celine
scenes
Dion, Barbra
guy.
Streisand.
Oh,
they
there
get
he
that.
is. I'm looking at him right
Right.
now.
He's a very handsome man. He's now married to
Is
a
it
very
Linda?
young girl.
Is he still married to Linda?
No,
Oh.
he goes through the wives like, like new sauce on his pasta. Catherine McPhee. Yes, he's married to.
He's
Catherine
married to that
McPhee
young
now.
woman.
Oh.
Yes.
She's younger than me.
No.
She is like in her late 20s or
God,
31 or
that's
something.
crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and if I'm 78, he's like 70. Yeah. He's in his 70s. Yeah, he is. But he was very handsome, incredibly talented, and he was playing the piano for the Rocky Horror Show at the Rainbow.
Oh, yeah.
No,
No?
next door to the Rainbow.
Roxy?
The Roxy.
The Roxy. Well, I didn't
It
wanna-
hosted it then.
I didn't want to sort of name drop here, but I might as well tell you Brad Pitt was my
Oh,
first.
okay, that's what I
yeah,
figured.
So
I figured. Amadeus, you're not going to go unscathed.
I'm not going to go unscathed. Well, because I love you, I'll answer the question. So not my cup of tea.
I know.
Because I could give two shits. What is this?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why. There's a
Yeah,
reason
but
why
I-
I'm
but I
asking.
I trusted you. People that I'd say are known because I've been in entertainment, maybe, but you don't know their names, so I don't think that's celebrity. I'll say I was with somebody though that definitely gave me my highest compliment because of some other celebrities they were with, so which would be Krista McNichol and Ellen and some other people. So
Krista
Wait.
McNichol.
not me, but girlfriend.
A girlfriend that made the rounds
With
with
that.
the
Oh, okay.
celebs.
Well, right.
so technically, I guess that means.
But she was that lovely young girl, and what happened to her?
That lovely young girl ended up, well, I do
Christy
know,
McNichol.
she ended up dating someone who kind of let her
I have
down.
no idea. That was just the closest. I'm adjacent.
Yeah,
Oh my
you're
God.
adjacent. No, Krista, what I do know is that Krista McNichol, as she got older, she was gay. I mean, she was gay.
Yeah, she was gay, and
And
it wasn't
she-
really acceptable
No,
to be
and
gay.
she was
then.
dating someone who
She
led her
definitely-
down a wrong path of
Yeah.
drugs and stuff. So she kind of got off the path.
off the rails.
And and then coming out before Ellen, quite frankly, she came out before Ellen. It wasn't, everyone
Right.
kept saying, the little kid from, what was the show?
Family.
Family. Was it Family?
Was
don't
it
know
One
how-
Day at a Time?
No. But it's like, it was not acceptable. So it's
Right.
this little kid.
It was.
And then and a lot of times child actors, they're just fucked up. It's really sad. They just get so screwed up. But her brother, Jimmy,
Oh, okay.
Jimmy does stuff. I think he's directing now or something. So, but yeah, so what I meant to say is, okay, in this town,
Right.
it's about,
Little darlings.
we're talking superficial now. And this is what I get back to. This town is superficial. Do I give a shit who fucked anybody? If it's a celebrity, who I meet, who I talk to? Normally, when I tell you guys stories, it's not because it's like, look at me, I've met the celebrities. I just think they're funny stories,
Right, yeah.
But in this town, it's about value. It's about value. It's who you know, who you fuck, how much money you have, what kind of car you drive. So it's in this town. I don't know about Orange County. I don't know, but I know in Los Angeles and probably a lot of other cosmopolitan towns,
Yes,
it
I agree.
is all about superficiality. So the little exercise is, so you slept with someone famous or made out with them. Did it matter in your life? Number one. Number two, were they better because they were famous? No, they're just regular people. So when you go out, and you're being scoffed at or being pushed aside or talked about or not being invited or, those are mean people.
Mm-hmm.
And those are mean people with very small values.
Mhm.
But they, as you said, it's a tier system. Or what did you use that word? What did you say,
I
Amadeus?
said positioning.
It's positioning.
It's yeah.
It's positioning. And when that happens and you find yourself around those people, it's always, I guess, first instinct to look inward and feel less of and less than about yourself. But when you come up against stuff like that, it's actually you're more empowered because you are better than those people. And it's probably better that you don't fit in because it shows that you have confidence, that you're empathetic, that you have a soul, and that you're a deeper person. And it's about what's inside, not what's on the outside, and what value you have.
Doesn't it just mean you don't have a backstage pass?
No, because I get the backstage passes.
Yes, you do.
You know, I have to say I am in such gratitude for the experiences that I have and continue to have in my life. But I don't feel more special or better than anybody else who doesn't have those opportunities. And I would never put myself in a feeling, in a position of authority or whatever.
Superiority.
A superiority. Thank you. Because I am fortunate and in gratitude because I just happen to know some nice people. And
it's where you work. It's what you do. I mean, currency in a different town, it wouldn't be as much fame. And then in our culture at this time with, whatever, I mean, America's transported a lot of, I love America. I wear a 3-cornered hat, but we transport a lot of value on this surface thing. But I mean, you all know, we all live in LA. The currency of fame with famous people too, whatever. It's a slope like this.
Yep, you're famous. You've got a hit show. You've got a hit song. You're in. And then the next one gone.
Yes.
Who?
And you lost your backstage pass.
Oh, that's a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Instead of celebrating that person, had that one hit that was great, it's like that one-hit wonder.
And that they're a creator, and it's just a wheel of fortune on that stuff. So
just like life for anybody, really. Yes,
exactly. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, because I've been there. I've been there before I became fortunate, and what happened and what I stepped into. I feeling less than.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like. You just have to be okay. And what is it? We've always said this. Your vibe finds your tribe. Mm. And the people who are casting, dispersions or saying you're not good enough or you're not invited because what you did 15 years ago, so you're an asshole or whatever. Or you know what? Those people for me are they are just sort of like stunted in their growth. Mm-hmm. And that's not, I don't mean like spiritual growth. Mm-hmm. The work, they're just stunted at not really moving forward to become a better person. Because, and we've always said this here, it's all about inclusivity. Being inclusive is really more the popular girls than to be exclusive, which are the mean girls. Mm. Mm-hmm. Or boys, because it happens in the gay boy thing. You are popular. We're all popular. We don't, and why? But why the need to be popular? Why the need to get outside gratification to tell you that you're better, that you're good,
that you have value,
that you have value? Why do we need that Why do we need that?
Some people need that.
Some people need it because they're insecure.
But we've all been insecure. It's a normal
definitely.
thing.
But not all of us have tried to be popular.
Right. Yeah. But we've been insecure, but we all want to be in the popular crowd. We want to get, we want to. Maybe not now. Yeah. And this is what I've learned. And
I've never thought, I agree with you that, as a human being, maybe we want attention and there's something, I think that's a little universal, but I can never tell you that I ever wanted to be in the popular or not in it. I honestly, that would be a falsity because I grew up being different or I don't know, or I grew up with.
But that's what I'm saying. I was different. I've always been different. But I've never thought of myself as popular or not popular. But if you look at it, in that terminology, I've always been popular. Mm-hmm. I've been popular my entire life. Not because, and I didn't care. It wasn't about that. People gravitated toward me. It's just, but it's not that I sat there and gloated over, I'm popular. I'm the popular girl, and I've got all these popular people. That's fucked up, man.
That's
she didn't
grade.
even have the Coke.
I didn't.
The only time I ever wanted to be popular was 7th grade, and then I was like, God, look at if I have to be someone other than I am in order to get that or do things that I don't like ditch and dine or whatever you call dine and ditch and sleep around and do drugs. It's not for me, But I think. what other people think of us is really not our business.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
and hopefully you grow out of that need of needing to be validated.
Absolutely. So, I mean, like I just said, we're going to wrap up. But I mean, what I'm just saying is, look at yourself and value yourself. Work on you and be the best you can be for you, not because you want to fit into someone or fit into a mold. Be you. Love yourself. And, and again, as we get older, and it's not because we're old, but it's through experience, and it's experience. And you learn to, like, I remember one thing a friend of mine said when she hit 60. I'm a couple of years away from that. Hold on. Just
More than a couple.
No, I'm not. Just a couple. I'm taking that in right now. No, I'm kidding. They said when you hit 60, it's one of the best feelings in the world, because at that point, your whole life, you say you don't give a fuck. But at 60, you really don't give a fuck what people say, what people do.
I heard that
Yeah,
at 40
feels
was
good.
the age you feel
Yeah,
that way.
Yeah, we keep pushing it.
Okay.
The older I get, the longer, the more I push it down toward my sliding scale. But I just wanted to say, everybody, Amadeus, I know you probably have a parting thought here.
Oh, I did. I look like I did.
You did.
Yes, I did. Well, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean to look like I was, jumping out. I was going to say, I don't know, because I've never had to go, but I am going to have to go in a minute. But my parting thought is that I agree. And I wanted to be on this show, and I'll always be on it, because your heart has always showed me that you're inclusive, for reals. And it means a lot.
Well, thank you. I love you. You go back to doing what you do. I appreciate it. And you're always welcome here. Hey, look, I'm telling you, the 1st and 3rd of every month, I don't want to see you on the screen. I'd like to see you right here at our table.
Yeah, come on in.
Yeah, come on in.
I want to.
So you let me know when you come in. And thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Amadeus.
I appreciate you making time for us, and you're always just a joy, and I love you, and you know I do.
I love you guys. Okay.
Bye.
safe.
Happy
Bye.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of
Happy
July.
4th.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining us on Between the Sheets podcast here on the United Broadcasting Network, the 1st and 3rd Friday of every month. I have a guest. I didn't tell you guys. I have a guest on the 3rd of this month, which I don't know what the date is. And I think you know her. She's a musician and an artist. Her name is Mar Hobbs. She's in the community.
Oh, I love Mar.
Mara's going to be on, and she's also really intense and just like us.
Yeah.
We'll talk philosophy and stuff. So I'm really looking
Great.
forward to having my friend Mar on. And I think I'm going to see, I hope she'll bring some music. So we can hear. I don't know what she's working on. I don't know. Whatever.
That's the 23rd.
That's the
Yeah,
23rd
23rd.
of
Okay.
July. So we'll have Mar Hobbs on. I don't know. I'm sure Cara will be away. Maybe she'll call in. I know this one will be here. I know that one will be here. And who knows who else will fit. I want to thank Tony. Thank you so much.
Thank
Tony.
you.
It's always nice to
Tony.
see you and have you here in the studio. But also importantly, I appreciate all of you. Very sincere from the bottom of my heart. I love that you guys interact, whether it's online, whether it's sometimes calling, whether it's watching the show and continuing to share it. I really do appreciate you taking the show and sharing it. I know the Fionians are present. So I don't know, that's Fiona. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to call it Gayona because there's no Gayonians, because that's kind of weird. It sounds kind of bizarre. Well, Fionians. It would be Gayonians. I mean, it's kind of weird. It sounds like some sexual toy that you find at the pleasure chest. I don't know. That seems very painful. But anyway, Between the Sheets.
I would know it, but it's not.
Of course you
I'm
know
like,
it.
it's not.
So thank you so much. Really, I mean, like I said, we have fun and we appreciate how open you are to our discussion and have no judgment. And if you do, you don't tell us, and that's the way it should be. But I mean, seriously, I just really appreciate you. I don't know every single one of you, and I just want to say that it's partly because of you. This was a passion of mine, but it's because of you guys and the ladies that come and sit at this table that allow me to continue to sort of have my dream, have my thing, and have my passion. So I do want to say thank you. Please, 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 please have a safe 4th of July weekend. Drive safely. Drink. If you're going to drink, please, as always, drink with caution. And please don't drink and drive, because that's just not smart. And you people watching the show, if you like us and we're pretty fucking brilliant, then you must be brilliant too. So don't be dumb. And I hate that word, but it's true. But follow me on Instagram, QTE Brat. Like the Between the Sheets Facebook page. Also, Between the Sheets with Gaye Ann Bruno on YouTube. I thank you. I will go around the room. Mara, just quickly tell them about your shoes.
Yeah. So, I'm just going to say follow me if you're interested. You can see my artwork and the shoes I do. Mara Shane on Facebook, marashaneart.com, and Mara_Shane on Instagram. Thanks.
Roxanne.
Hi. So you can find me, Roxanne Rosen, on Facebook. If anyone wants a quote on solar, mention Between the Sheets. I'll give you a discount. If anyone's looking for a job, hit me up.
Solar what?
Solar panels on their house.
But is there a company that they should?
Yes, it's the company I'm representing now.
Is called?
Well, they should just go to her.
Yeah, they have to come to me.
Oh, go to her and use Between the Sheets.
Yes.
Cara Noble.
I will see you at Budgeon's, Haverstock Hill, Belsize Park. I'll be there. I'll be the crazy lady buying everything.
Nice.
Oh, can you bring back candy?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Wine gums?
Absolutely.
Smarties?
Oh my God,
yes.
wine gums. Yum.
Aero bars?
Uh-huh.
Cadbury with fruit and nut, because the Cadbury fruit and nut here
Not the same.
doesn't taste the same. Oh, thank you.
Oh,
I don't
God,
really
know.
need it.
You
but
think I
thank
don't
you.
know about chocolate?
Okay, just checking.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tony. I love you guys. And as always, be safe, be well, and namaste. Have a great weekend. See you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.